When a patron comes to you with a question over what databases to search, it's pretty easy to show them what to do. There's two different places you can look here when someone comes to you with a question. You can go to choose databases. You can go to databases by subject, or you can go to our subject guides. And I'm going to show you how to use both of them. But so if someone says that they're looking for something on anthropology and you search for this anthropological concept in Lion Search and you find yourself with way too many results and they're not specific enough, what you want to do is you want to click on databases by subject. And then over here on the right hand side, you can see all of the subjects that are listed. And here we have anthropology. And when I select anthropology, what it's going to do is it's going to list all of the anthropological databases. So some of them are general databases that cover everything. So you don't necessarily want to look at those. Google Scholar is going to cover everything. But if you scroll down, these are all of the databases that have anthropological topics. So PsycArticles, you have ProQuest, LexisNexis State Capital, which has government information. I'm going to use a better example of if we go to accounting. Accounting is going to include IE Explorer, the National Technical Reports Library, OSTI.gov, a bunch of different databases that are related to accounting. So what you want to do is you want to choose the database based on the description listed right here that is the most relevant to what you're doing. Now, the subject database A to Z, the databases by subject is only one way to do that. The other way to do that is if we go to our guides. And our guides are listed here under subject guides. And if you can browse by category if you'd like, but if you already know the topic that you're looking for, what I find easiest is clicking on Browse All. And if we go to anthropology here, there's a little description of what the guide is like, and then if you click on Find Articles, we have a wide variety of anthropology guides or anthropology databases that you can search. They are almost always organized with the most relevant articles or databases listed at the top. So if you wanted to click on Anthropology Plus, and then you can search in this database for, I don't know, bog bodies, which are something that people find in an anthropological find. So we have 95 results here about bog bodies. So that's quite a few for a smaller database like this. It would be a very small amount in Lion Search, but it's a decent amount for this. We've chosen a topic that covers a wide variety of different topics. So yeah. So just to summarize, Lion Search is a great place to start. It searches most of our databases all at the same time, and you need to search by using more than a single concept. So remember, don't just search for dog. Search for dog behavior, dog diet, dog something else. It's a good idea to ask your students what it is that they're looking for in great detail. You can also use databases by subject to find our databases it organizes our databases in a way that makes them easy to find. You can also go to our subject guides, which give you not only lists of databases that work for a specific topic, but also guidance on how to research in that topic area. Any of these tools are excellent places to go. And before I finish, I'm going to show you just some more details about searching in any database, but especially databases that are have a lot of items. So, again, you're not going to just search for dogs. You're going to search for dogs and a third word, a second word. And in this case, we're going to say diet. The and is capitalized to demonstrate its significance. Basically, it means that the database is going to look for these two terms. It's what's called a Boolean operator, and using these Boolean operators makes your search more strong. After diet, we're going to use the term or, and we're going to search for food. And what OR does is it combines synonyms. So if you have something, if someone's searching for mobile or cell phones, this is a case where you would use OR. It allows both of those terms to come up. So it'll search for dogs and diet, or dogs and food, or dogs and diet and food. So it'll search for all three of them. So when we search, what we're going to find is we're going to have, instead of 1 million results, we're going to have around 600,000, which is still a huge amount. And we want to try our best to bring that number down. So, what we're going to do here is we're going to go to, this is the search for scholarly journals. And almost all databases have an option here where you can have peer-reviewed journals, which limits you to journals that were have gone through the peer review process. So we're going to click on that, and that's going to take us down from 600,000 to 200,000. The next thing we're going to do is we want articles that are going to be recent. So I'm going to say the past 5 years. So once we do that, then we will have a different set of results, and it brings us down to 70,000 results. There are other things you can do to make the results smaller, but the primary one would be to add additional search terms, which you can't always do. So that's fine. So what we're going to do now, when we find articles that we want, we're going to click on this little folder icon, and items put in the folder we can then send to the user. So you choose your citation style. I'm going to choose APA, and then you're going to select email. No thanks. We're going to select email. You put your email address in there. You can add it's a good idea to add a message. What I would do would be something like search results for dogs and diet or food. Anything like that is something you can do. And then you want to click on the recaptcha, and it will send these results right down here. So the citations and also the links. And that is pretty much the best way to search. You can also email items individually using this little email icon. You can cite the items using this citation button, and you can choose, let's say, MLA. This is something to show to students, not to do yourself, because if you're sitting at the desk, obviously you can't copy and paste this into their works cited for them. So I would recommend just citing them the way that you do in the folder. And That's pretty much it. Almost every database has these functionalities. Almost every database has a peer review button, has a publication date limiter, and has an option for you to email items to yourself. Oftentimes, those look like either little email icon, the the actual word email, or it'll have this little letter. But most of them have this option, so you want to email things to the students for certain. And yeah, that's about it. If you have any questions, please contact Library Learning Services. We're happy to help you. And until then, have a great day.